From the center of the galaxy, live here on a Friday, this is ForceCenter Now, and we are ForceCenter, show about Star Wars pop culture and the ultimate adventure, life itself. I'm Ken Knapsack.
I'm Joseph Scrimshaw. Ken, your glasses.
Yes.
Now, do they do double duty? They can be all the way up, and then they can be down in the Schumer position, as the listeners have dubbed it?
You know, this doesn't help me because now I can't see beyond the camera. It's my readers. So, and I have contacts and I have regular glasses for it. But yeah, it's gotten bad, man. I'm now at the I must accept that I must bring my readers to a restaurant phase. We're there.
Yeah, my eyes are there, but my acceptance isn't. I just take the picture of the menu and then zoom in on the picture.
That's what I have to do. So if I want to see who's calling, I've got to write a stern letter.
What fancy cocktails are available? I mean, yeah.
We got our regulars checking in. Obi-Wan Jacoby, Detective McCarcel. He's driving. We've got David of Channel 19, Ethan, 7:30. Evie here. So many others checking in here on a Friday for ForceCenter Now. We'll say up top, we'll probably have to say a few times during the show as more people jump in. We do have a little bit of a hard out today at 3. That is because this man right here, director, writer, producer, editor, Joseph Scrimshaw, LA premiere of your film, Dead Media, is tomorrow. If you're local, tickets are still available. Not a lot, but they are available.
No, they're moving. But we want every butt we can in every seat. So yes, our horror film, Dead Media, is having its Los Angeles premiere, and then it is going on the road. Those tickets are getting locked down. Some more have been added. Some more specific dates have been added. And some more tickets. I'm going to put the link in the comments because, man, I would love to see some Force Center pals out in the world. It's such a fun moment when I get to meet anybody who has been a part of the Force Center community. It's of course always fantastic to meet people at Star Wars Celebration and things like that. But there's something really fun about it when the worlds overlap and out to a horror movie and get to see folks. That is fantastic.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I will be there as well. So not that that's a draw, but if you're going to say hi, I'm excited to be there. And
I was going to ask you to moderate one of the other screenings, but you're busy doing a show in San Diego.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If you're in San Diego Comic-Con this coming week, everybody, July 23rd, Yellow Door is the venue. I've called it the Yellow House so many times because that was a restaurant here in LA for a long time, a couple locations. But Jen Sturgeon, Mark Ellis at the Yellow Door, 7 p.m. Thursday, that first full night of Comic-Con. So come on out. You're not all getting into the fancy parties, all right? I know it. I don't even get to the fancy parties anymore. Those days are done. We got a lot of things to talk about today. Our main topic is your favorite moments of rebellion, and that could be wide open. I put on the thumbnail. We got Leia, we got Hera, we got Marva, and those are some big characters and big moments. It can be anything, big or small. Resistance, Joseph, comes in all forms, right?
It does. In fact, I was going to make a joke, but then it's like, no, actually, that's one of my favorite moments of rebellion, so I'll save it.
Yeah. So we want you to call in tonight. How do you call in? Of course, be a supporter of us on Patreon at patreon.com/ForceCenter. You get the link to call in. We have Cam Stewart, Obi-Wan Jacoby, some of our other regulars check it in, but we always love to hear new voices too. So if you're there, get comfortable. We're easy to chat with. We don't bite too much most of the time, I don't think. A couple other things going on here too. I want to let you know, released this late last night, so some people might miss it. Full hour 20 conversation with Madeline Rue, author of the upcoming Star Wars Legacy book. We had a great conversation. Now, Maddie and I go back a ways. Joseph knows her as well. She's been in the circle in SoCal, and she moved out of the area a while ago, but just a great person. But we had a great conversation about the big whys into this book, and it's a non-spoiler interview for the most part because we want people to read the book. There's some things that might have been alluded to or talked about, but it is mostly, I would say, spoiler-free. You can watch it and not feel like it is ruining anything. But we had a great conversation from her love of Ewoks to how every morning when she got up to write the book, she would read a chapter of The Princess Diarist to spend time with Carrie and kind of get to know Carrie and write through her eyes. So great conversation, but I really love you all to check it out, whether on podcast here or on YouTube. Like and comment and all those good things. And then a final thing, our character of the day, since we're talking about favorite moments of rebellion, Dak Ralter is our character of the day. So I want you to say something nice about Dak, which shouldn't be difficult. Normally we try to make it a little difficult, but that's where we're going.
Yeah, I mean, How much more can poor Dak take, really?
How much more? Oh, look, there's a malfunction in fire control. It's the casual way in which he says it.
It's hey man, I just want to do some basic maintenance, Luke. Come on, man.
Who's now? Okay, let's bring it to the moment here. Is Luke to blame for here? You know, was that thing going to explode anyways? I always took it as a malfunction. It's something internal. Did you take it any other way? Did an AT-AT blaster bolt hit the ship? Where do you go with that?
Oh no, I think Luke Skywalker got Dak Ralter killed, and I think that's the point. And I didn't think that for a long time, but I feel like maybe it ended up this way in the footage, or maybe it was a choice to watch that line of George saying it's a kids movie, but this is the darker chapter, and like, but I mean, it is everything that Luke gets lectured on later in the movie comes back to that. You know, he's reckless. Got Dak killed. He did. It is like, okay, we'll just wait one more pass, but he's so eager, so anxious, maybe even a little bit of a glory of like, I gotta take that down, or putting pressure on himself of like, I'm the hero of the rebellion. I'm the young Jedi. I need to take that AT-AT down to save everybody. And that's what he's thinking about. Not calm, patience, do one more lap, let Wedge take the first shot. And if you had, maybe more AT-ATs would have come down and Dak would have lived.
That's a great breakdown of it. And I think you're absolutely right. I think we got some lessons going on here. Plus, you got Wes Jansen in the gunner seat on Wedges. You know he's going to make a good shot. And as a kid, it affected me. Empire. But when I finally did see it, as we talked about on the physical media episode with Joseph, Molly, and Alex, Star Wars Explained, we had a great discussion that Joseph led us through on Monday. Check that out too as well. A lot of people did. I saw Empire last, but so I'd kind of already, maybe been used to some of the losses in Star Wars. I had to see Nanta die in the theater in the Battle of Endor. But the Dak one got me. I was already scared by the Wampa. The Wampa scared me, but Dak got me, especially the fact that he was crushed, that Luke couldn't save it. I look back and I go, I'm pretty sure he was gone, right? Before
he was dead.
He was gone.
Yeah.
But as a
I don't
kid,
think he was
I'm
just
like
taking a nap.
Yeah, as a kid, I'm like, get him out. Oh no. And that terrified me.
I hadn't thought of that because I had been more upset by like the sudden electrocuting. I hadn't really thought about that. Luke being like, sorry, needed to grab the explosives, not drag your body out for a proper memorial.
So there you go. Dak, we pour one out for you. Though for years, I think I called him Dax. Maybe answered a trivia question wrong or two about that, but Dak is his name. So anyways, that's my nice thing on him is just, what a calm soldier going into a tense situation. Just, I could take on the whole empire myself. I feel good. I'm speaking in an even tone. He was focused and ready to win.
That's what you need is optimism and practicality. He was a pragmatic optimist who said, I can take on the whole empire as long as I've checked all the systems in the ship 2 or 3 times first.
Yeah. I want to get your thoughts on Dak in terms of just a nice thing to say about him. But that joke, that's a great joke. But I wonder if I would have received it now as well as I did as a kid. If I would have called it some sort of pun or word, if I would have gotten my uppity anti-wordplay kind of vibes. But I think it's great.
Good. Do you have a nice thing to say about Dak? Did you already? Did I miss
that's that he's calm. That he's calm under fire, even when he's died.
Yeah, even when he's dead, he's so calm when he's dead. Yeah, that's a nice thing to say about Dak. Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got about Dak? What are you saying nice about him?
No, I mean I was joking, but I love that exchange about feeling like you can take on the whole empire. And I know what you mean. Like, yeah, it is like great. Let's go get him, and which makes it even sadder that he's like, actually, we're gonna blow up.
we're gonna die. So today we're taking calls here for your favorite moments of rebellions, the characters, the moments, the things, the big things, the small things. Blowing up the Death Star counts. Blowing up Death Star 2 counts, but also there's small things I'm sure we all gravitate towards. As I said up top, for those joining, we do have a little bit of a hard out today at 3 o'clock. So if you call in, get right to the point, say your question, hang around for a little bit while we chat. But that's kind of why we're going a little faster today than usual. So let's take a call from Obi-Wan Jacoby. A lot of moments of rebellion with Obi-Wan, if you want to count it. And by the way, rebellion to me includes Resistance, includes Clone Wars stuff, anything that you want to put in here. It's wide open today. Where are you going, Jacob?
Well, I'm glad I got to go first because, I think I'm going to pick one of the more obvious ones. And that is the entire speech, really, but the prison riot and all that from Andor, the one way out.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to give praise to Andy Serkis's performance, the speech, the heartbreaking "I can't swim," or even something small like in the end of the previous episode where he's never more than 12.
Oh, so good. So
that's
good.
such a small moment of rebellion that builds into a bigger moment of rebellion.
How do you feel about the fact that Andor has to kind of coax him into getting to the right level of passion to inspire everybody in that speech?
I think that that definitely fits for the character. He's sort of reluctant. He sort of believes he can keep his head down and in the system for a while, and then learning sort of slowly throughout it that nobody's getting out. And so it makes sense to me that he would be, once he gets to that point, still a little bit hesitant.
Yeah. I love the idea that he's a natural leader and he has all those skills because we see him, running the crew, great. But then a little bit of that fear of like really, really, really stepping out and stepping up to the fascism. It's very, very powerful.
I think it's one of my favorite little moments of that entire sequence in those episodes. And the arc is spectacular and it hits all the time. And last time I watched it, I actually got really emotional too at that speech. But I love that Andor is kind of like, and I'm paraphrasing, but just like, dude, that's all you got? Like, come on, dig deep. So great moment indeed.
I think it's a good call to bring up that moment of Andor having to sort of coax him into it, because it sort of shows that Cassian is himself on a journey to becoming a leader in his own right.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it plays even better for me after season 2 in his relationship with the healer, and this idea that like Andor, you're just in the right place at the right time, and you have all these skills, including, you're a leader, but you're also like a really good judge of character and a really good, hype man.
Yeah. Great moment there. Any other runners up you want to discuss before I make you say something nice about Dak?
Well, I mean, also from Andor, but you already included it in the thumbnail. It's Marva's speech at the funeral. And everything after that.
Yeah. Is it? Do you look at her speech, or is it Brassos's brick to the face?
It's probably the brick is the big one.
Yeah.
The brick's really cathartic and
so good,
kind of funny, and just beautiful.
What is his name? What's his name? Joplin Sibtain, right? Joplin Sibtain is his name.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, he's in House of the Dragon right now, and he hasn't had much to do, but his character's not nice. So
okay,
it's one of those like, but not that guy, not Brasso. Come on. Good stuff. All right, Obi-Wan Jacoby. I'm not. I normally say not letting you off the hook, but come on, it's Dak. What's your words of niceness?
What I like about Dak is that he sort of represents the sort of plucky underdog spirit of the rebellion in general. And you can see a world where if Luke wasn't 3 years into the rebellion at this point, like Dak is where Luke started out at. Dak was Luke 3 years ago.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a great insight. Great insight.
Yeah, which is also even more sad that Luke got his younger self killed. Come on. No. Put it on Luke. Poor Luke's taking some strays today.
Luke
Sorry.
is somehow responsible. Like I never got the idea that Luke got Dak killed.
If you just listen. That's all. That's where we're going. Luke's,
I think it's open for interpretation. I just like as a kid, I just thought Luke could do no wrong, and so Empire was a little bit of a hard ride for me. He's like, well, how did this happen? Because Luke's the greatest. And then as an adult, I was like, Dak asked him to, check out the system, and Luke's like, no, we got to keep going.
That's good. That's a good moment there. Thank you, Obi-Wan Jacoby, for getting us started off the right way with some good Andor stuff.
Yeah, great thoughts, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right. All right. As always, Detective McCarson says, I'm going to sound crazy, but I think Luthen choosing to take his own life is a wild final act of rebellion. Yeah.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
that.
No, I feel like it's a really interesting thing in Andor where there is just like there's no tough guy stuff about you can't break me. I'll never say a word. Everybody's like, if they get us, we'll spill the beans.
Yeah.
Because of what they'll do to us. So Luthen really is like, no, I will take my secrets to the grave and I choose.
Choose to do it. Yeah, I might have to do an Andor season 2 rewatch. Well, our keenest season 1. All right, maybe just an Andor. There we go. Jeannie from Tahiti says, as a kid, talking about Dak here, I had wondered if Dak was just unconscious and got flattened. I figured at least he didn't see it coming. It's because, Luke, I think I took it as a kid that way because, Luke tries. There seemed to be like, I got to save him. And like you said, Luke is a hero, and he is, but heroes don't make mistakes in the movies. I'm 7, I'm 8. I'm not picking up on the fact that the Empire has struck back and that lessons are to be learned. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, and maybe even, maybe I'm harsh to say Luke got him killed, but at the very least, Luke is getting used to being a warrior, a soldier, and people die around him all the time.
Eustace said people gonna die. Yeah, gotta learn that.
Eustace said Dak Ralter's gonna die. Yeah.
Ethan says, can't call in, but I'll say Wilman Pak throwing the explosive at the riot on Andor season 1 finale. Yes, Wilman Pak, good character too. Good stuff. All right, let's take. We got Cameron Stewart on the line coming in here. I think we're going to do an audio call for Cam. Cam, if you're ready, let us know. He is, and you're on with us here. Cameron, how you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
We're scorching a little bit here on a Friday, but so is the rest of the country too. So we're good.
No kidding. Well, I'll start with Dak.
Good.
Because I distinctly remember as a kid that was one of the most haunting things in that whole trilogy, I think, because, in A New Hope, everyone kind of goes out in a blaze of glory, but this was just so unceremonious, and it kind of freaked me out that Luke had presumably a dead co-pilot right behind him, and I was like, it just really haunted me and stuck out to me, and I think that sort of visceral, unceremonious death walked so that things like Nemec could run, where you have this young, hopeful character who just goes out and it's like, oh, well, they didn't deserve that. That was awful. And you're like, yeah, it sucks, but sometimes it's those really bright-eyed, ready to go people that just, it's really sad. But I think he kind of represents that someone, or previous caller just said, the young version of Luke, and kind of all of us of oh my gosh, I can do anything. And yeah.
It is a harsh thing to do for kids. They're like, imagine if I was riding with Luke Skywalker and I was his gunner, and oh my God. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Great thoughts, Cameron.
Yeah, do you
exactly,
know?
But
sorry, I mean, at that point, if you're teaming up with Luke, he's the guy that took out the Death Star. Are you kind of like, I feel it's like when I went I board an airplane and I see a celebrity, I'm like, well, we're not going down unless it's just a tragedy. We're
100%. I would want to be. I think that his speeder is the safest spot to be because he was one of 2 that made it back. I'm like, that's fine.
That's a good point. It's either Wedge or
but
him.
Yeah, I
Evan Verlaine. Yeah, Evan Verlaine. People remind me. Yes. Anyways, sorry.
I appreciate what Dak represents, and I think he's just one of those characters. Another one that's I just want to know everything about him, even though he had 2 lines.
I think it's a great point when we're talking a lot about Andor and love Andor and no disrespect to it, but I think Ken and I focused a lot on the fact that there are many seeds for Andor all throughout the saga, and I think Dak's a great one. That's a really great connection that he is just a kid who volunteered.
Kid picked up the ball to fight. Yeah, great stuff on Dak. But where are you going, Cameron, with your favorite moment of rebellion?
I think on the note of the whole catharsis with the brick, the Ferrex riot is maybe my favorite mostly triumphant one, but I was thinking deeper because with these topics, I like to think like, what are the ones that I focus less on? And I
Mm,
kind of have like a pair of stories that I didn't realize were as connected before. And I
Mm.
think it's going to be both Han and Finn because
mm,
both of those characters started out, well, not entirely started, but we see the beginning of their story where they're stormtroopers and they have a moment of like, I'm kind of done with this, but they
Mm.
don't immediately become rebels. They sort of
Right.
just like want to leave that situation and then eventually go on to become one of the most important rebels, period. I think Hans
mm,
takes longer, Finn's is a little bit more quick, but I
Yeah.
think that that's a really, really important story of rebellion where like neither of them, jumps in the X-Wing. They're not,
Mm.
doing some big heroic thing, but their first act is like, I just am not going to do what they're telling me to do right now in this battle. And that sort of
mm,
that simple tiny first step can lead them to
Mm.
a really great place. And it shows how like a normal person who's caught up in it, whether, Han he didn't even want to be there and Finn was raised from birth. But even in those situations that you can do a small act now and it can lead to really big things later on.
mm-hmm. I think that's a great point, and I think Han and Finn have this great connection in that way. Obviously very different lives, but they both have that. Not only is it sort of, it's not my problem, but it's too big of a problem to tackle. Like there's some
Mm.
pessimism in it. Like Finn's pretty direct of like, you can't defeat them. We just got to go run and hide from them. He tells Rey on Takodana, and same thing with
Mm.
Han. He's just like, well, yeah, no, you can't defeat them. So I think that's really inspiring. That not only do they finally kind of turn and fight, but they sort of face that level of pessimism within themselves that the fascism can't be stopped.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
easier. Yeah, it's easier to do that, right? That's always the thing. It's easier to play small. It's easier to not even just run away, but just got to do what Han's doing. I wouldn't even say it's like surviving in the sense of Kira's angle on surviving, but just Han just saying, no, I smuggle, I hide when I need to, I play nice when I need to, I shoot first when I need to, whatever you want to say. But I get through, I get by, and it's just me alone and my buddy Chewie here. But once you start connecting to more folks, it's a little different feeling, and that's Finn's journey as well too at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Connection, community. Mm.
Yeah. And I think what's kind of unique and connects both those characters as well is that they both sort of take that act of rebellion out of a want for connection. It's not
Mm-hmm.
just I don't like this thing. It's like, Finn he has that traumatic moment in his first battle and then he meets Rey. And then Han is, sort of still trying to get back to his old life. And so even though it is selfish and pessimistic in a couple ways, there's still that underlying hint of like if they didn't have that connection they were looking for, they might have both just stayed there thinking, well, I have literally nothing else. So it's that little tiny connection that gives
Mm-hmm.
them just enough to search for to do even a selfish thing at first, but that it just gives them a little bit of an out and that leads to so much more. So I think it's really important even today, well, always, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
we all feel like there's nothing anyone can do. Like we're all just doing this or doing that. I have this job, I have that job, but it's like going after that connection, even if all you do is, I just don't want to do this anymore, that can be
Mm-hmm.
an important first step.
Yeah.
No, I really agree with you. I think that the caring about the big picture can often flow from caring about the person next to you and realizing like, hey, if I have no problem with I live in Minnesota and if my neighbor breaks their leg, I will snow blow their sidewalk. But
Mm.
exploding that to we should all help each other is
Yeah.
scary. But that first step is like, well, yeah, neighbors should help neighbors. Now, can we
Mm.
expand on that too?
Yeah.
We should all be neighbors.
Yeah. We all should have access to snowblowers. That's what
Exactly.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Cameron, great stuff as always. I really appreciate you calling in and sharing that.
Thank you guys.
Jake
All right.
Cameron.
Stay cool out there.
Try. You could see the glow on my face right now. Both of our faces here.
I look like some 70s variety star who plays golf 24 hours a day because I've been out twice and just crispy.
Yeah. I took Freddie in the backyard, and my house was built in 1920, 1922, so it retains whatever's going on outside. It retains it and amps it up, cold or heat. And I went outside, was like, this is it was relaxing. And then within 2 minutes, I'm just melting and had to run in to do the show here. So apologies if everyone were sweaty. So, hey, phone lines are open here. You can even tell, I should have put some caffeine. This is just water. I'm kind of like, I just want to take a nap. Phone lines are open. Please call in if you're thinking about doing it. Today's the day because we're out of here definitely no later than 3 o'clock today, so Joseph can continue to get ready for his LA film premiere of Dead Media tomorrow night in cool. I've never been. I know where we're going used to be a different spot, right?
Yeah. So for a long time it was a silent film specific theater,
right?
And then it was kind of like the art house theater, and then there was some negativity and some shenanigans, and then that team left.
That's right.
I'm trying to be gentle on a Friday, and the person was not. It was awful. Anyway, and then it's been taken over by this new group that sells like weird designer clothes. In fact, God damn it, I took a picture for you like 3 weeks ago, Ken.
Yeah,
they have these like massive Star Wars print shirts, like that kind of like the over the top, like almost like a stereotypical Hawaiian shirt. So, but just like everything is image.
Yeah.
And they have one that's entirely devoted to Shadows of the Empire. So I took a picture of it. And I was gonna like text you like, and it's like they're like it's a designer Shadows of the Empire shirt for like $60. I was like, Ken, do you want me to pick this up for you?
Man, yes. It's almost my nightmare, but that I need to experience. I need to have. There you go. I'm excited. So anyways, if you're in town, get a ticket, head on out to the premiere tomorrow night of Dead Media. We got super chats to get to. We appreciate that. I might have my eyes also with the heat, I get sweaty. My eyes are blurry. So now I definitely have to Schumer glasses this. Fred Tastic says, hey, ForceCenter, Andor was an excellent series. I enjoy how smoothly the final 3 episodes blend into Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really, and in such a I want to say fun way, but it just kind of, you want to press play right into it. And Rogue One kind of does that in New Hope for me. I don't know what others think, but and it was such that final stroll of Cassian is really emotional. It's really we've been on a lot, and now the final chapter is about to begin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think it's really well done, and I know some people have said that they watch Rogue One and it feels like all the pieces fit. But like they almost want Rogue One to be even deeper because the show Andor was. But yeah, I think it's great.
I can see that. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's the disadvantage of filming it 10 years before, or not as many. Cali Kid super chat. Thank you. The physical media wish list is Rebels 4K box set. That is Cali Kid's physical media wish list. So first of all, we had the physical media episode with Star Wars Explained on Monday, and then. The very next day, Joseph, the Mandalorian and Grogu physical media got announced, and people think you've manifested that.
Yeah, I mean, because we have been having our goal to get to 417 paid patrons by the time they announced the physical media, and we didn't make it, which totally understand. It's a very difficult time for everybody. If you got $2 and want to join the community, that's fantastic, but I get it's a difficult time. But in saying that week after week of, hey, we want to reach this Patreon goal by the time of the announcement, we heard from people like, honestly, kind of bummed out, like maybe they won't even do it, like with PlayStation trying to get rid of physical discs for video games, that there is it feels like there is a sort of corporate war on, we'd rather everything be subscription, and we don't want to print and burn things that you own. So I was thrilled to see pretty comprehensive, and not as loaded of a disc as back in the day, but at least they're including that Favreau commentary, which is more than they do sometimes. So yeah, I'm thrilled.
No, I'm excited to pick that up. Gonna add that to my collection as well. And and we'll work on manifesting some other things that maybe benefit more, but it's good for us.
A Rebels box set would be fantastic. I would love a total everything now Clone Wars box set. It would be absolutely fantastic for me.
Absolutely agree with that. It's so weird. Rebels being so old of a show, 12 years old. I wanted to, chance to go back and really celebrate it even more with that community that exists around that show. Box set like that would be great. We also got Alan Smithy shared Emily's sacrifice in Rogue One is a devastating but inspiring moment for Rebel sacrifice. I'm one with the Force, and the Force is with me, and a crying emoji or a tears welling up emoji, I should say. No, yeah, absolutely. I agree with that too.
No, that's a fantastic one. I got a lot of great thoughts here coming in. We got another super chat here from Jeannie from Tahini. Thank you so much for the kind super chat. I have two that are opposite. One, when Luke throws away his lightsaber in Return of the Jedi, which is him finding his own way. Two, Crosshair's off Nolan. It's cathartic, and Crosshair's finally come home to himself. It's so great. I was thinking about, some of the more like straightforward, rebelling in this cathartic, violent way, like Brasso's brick. But I was thinking, Jeannie from Tahini, about Luke throwing down his lightsaber. I think there's some great Luke and Kenobi moments where they're just like, you want me on the hamster wheel of violence, and I won't do it. And that's a great form of rebellion as well.
Yeah, that's so defiant. It's so full of so much conviction in that moment. Love it. Great moment for reason. Good pull on Crosshair. Going to Bad Batch.
Yeah, and they do such a good job of like making Nolan so awful and so merciless that it's pretty easy to fist bump for Crosshair in that moment.
Such a good thing. Cali Cat also says Ezra and the crew liberate Lothal from Empire and Rebels. Absolutely big, wonderful moment, and why we love celebrating that show. We got a call from Maddie checking in, and Magnificent Sunbeam says, you said box set, but I heard vodka. I'm with you. I don't even know if vodka is good for me in this heat, but I'm down for that. I'm down for that today after the week we're all having here in the world. Let's take a call here from our buddy Maddie, checking in from the UK. Maddie, how you doing?
Gentlemen, I'm doing well. How are you? Can you hear me okay, by the way?
You can hear you okay. Wait, are you doing well despite the fact that the cup is not coming home?
Dude, I couldn't care less about football.
But come on, you were all in, man.
I'm with most sporting events. I'm there for the vibe. Like, I'm there for the party. I'm there. Like, if it's going to Spain, if it's going to France, it's obviously not going to go to Argentina now. Well, it probably will, because FIFA is the most corrupt. Other than the Nevada Sports Athletic Commission, FIFA is the most corrupt sports organization in the world.
I agree.
Nevada top them, but
right. Well, all right. I'm sorry. Send condolences to all you UK footballers, but
the only game I watched was Norway versus England, and it broke my heart because I was pulling for Norway. And it's like, see, this is why you don't get invested, Self.
I was pulling for Norway as well because I love Haaland, and I really, really just wanted him to become a superstar.
Yeah. It's just amazing, and it's painful.
4 more years. 4 more years.
I do think, going on to the topic of rebellion, I do find it funny that people are using the Falkland Islands and they're kind of using colonialism as a gotcha because we lost the game of football. I do find that kind of interesting.
I'm okay with that. What do you got for you? Want to say something nice about Dak, or you got a favorite moment of rebellion first? What do you got?
Well, I'm currently sitting in the BFI, and they're probably going to kick me out in like 5 minutes, so I'll go straight into the point of rebellion.
Okay.
I don't know if it's been discussed yet, but one that really stuck with me is a really early one, and that's Han returning to the fight. Han pulling in at the last minute when all hope is seemingly lost. Vader is on Luke's tail, and then suddenly you have this guy, and we all have these people in our lives, right? The people that are very much, well, what can I do? I'm just trying to pay my bills. I'm just trying to do well for my family. I'm just trying to get by. And then you have them join there's something that clicks. You see something, it could be a friend, it could be a family member. You see something click in their brain, and they join in with the greater cause, and you're like, welcome, comrade. Like, glad to have you with us.
We talked a little bit about Han earlier, but I think it just it's such a triumphant moment in the film, and of course famous for the audience's reaction in '77. But it's just exactly what you're saying. It is that journey to commitment that he still needs to go through. He still needs more. That's the Return of the Jedi. Yeah, I'll lead your flight team. I'm a general now commitment that Leia was looking for from him. But it's a reminder to all of us, it is a journey.
Yeah, 100%. It is, and there's the part of me that's like, I want everyone to be involved in the journey. And a couple years ago, I was very much reactionary of like, if you're not on board, then I don't want you around me, blah blah blah. But you have to meet these people where they're at. There's some people that may have been, when you actually speak to people, and I think that's something that's lost in society today, is actually speaking to people, and this is on both sides. Of like, they may have been brought up in a certain way, which you are very much shaking the foundations of everything they've learned. So you can't just be like, oh yeah, you need to like da 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 da. Yeah, we need you on our side. This is the right side. It's like, but there's no sides. Well, there is. There's up and down. There's no such thing as left and right. But yeah, you have to meet these people where they're at. You can't force a whole change of perspective on them overnight.
Yeah, I mean, I always think with that philosophy and with what happens in A New Hope, originally Star Wars, that whole idea of like great teaching is you can show people where the door is, and you can maybe even open it for them, but they gotta walk through themselves. And like Leia's got that line when Luke's bummed out, before they go to the Battle of Yavin, of like he's on his own path, he's got to decide for himself. And like I think that is the power of, he's sitting there with Han sits there in the cockpit with it. Maybe Chewie yells at him, but Han makes that choice. He doesn't get badgered into it by Luke and Leia.
Indeed. Maddie, good stuff. I don't want you to get arrested. Where are you?
I am currently where Joseph should be having the premiere of Dead Media in London at the BFI. There's currently no one here on the front desk, but I'm going to be back here next week, so I'm going to mention it to them, Joseph.
Oh, thank you. Yes, please.
I think the BFI Film Festival is in October, so if you've got nothing going on, you could
just fly on up.
Any excuse to fly to London. I have submitted to a couple of festivals because internationally I just submit to wherever I want to go visit. So we'll see. But yeah, I really, awesome. Man, I miss the UK.
We got to have you both back. I will give my one that I really should mention is Chopper blowing up the Star Destroyer and killing a whole bunch of space Nazis. That's always fun to watch.
We love our Chopper. Indeed. We want to see that in 4K on a box set. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Maddie. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. There we go. I don't want him to get kicked out. We got a call from Rawhide coming in here soon. We got a comment from Gaz. Possibly the greatest act of rebellion is when the entire galaxy unites to rebel against an oppressive fascist regime. That's a galactic feat in Rise of Skywalker. It's not a navy, sir. It's just people. Yeah, one of my favorite moments. One of my favorite moments in all of Star Wars. So
I look forward to the reanalysis of the Rise of Skywalker, which I think we're due for those articles pretty soon. Of like, yep, these lines are bad, but actually, there's some stuff in Rise of Skywalker about the power of democracy.
It says something. It does say something. Yeah. No. I don't apologize for loving that film as much as I do, but I'm with you. I wait for the day that it can. I don't need it to be fully reevaluated to the point where now it's an A+. I'm not expecting that. Just that people would be willing to spend some time with that film again.
Yeah, because I just think the things that people bounce on stops them from seeing lots of other stuff, and it'd be delightful when they're like, "Hey, wait."
Hey, wait a second. Yeah. We've seen it with other Star Wars films recently too. Some of the headlines. So there we go. We get a call from Rawhide coming here in a second. If you want to call in, now's the time. We're here for maybe about 10, 15 more minutes. So I'm gonna go sit on ice packs and cool down. But Joseph's got to prep for his LA film premiere tomorrow. So there you go. Gad says, bring back Star Wars counseling episode for the Rise of Skywalker. Maybe, that's on, to lock Joseph alone in a room with a pad of paper.
Yeah, I think this is the last one I did was about Rey's journey in Rise of Skywalker, and I was like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Rawhide checking in now. Hey, let me get that on in the right way. There we go. Hey, Rawhide, how are you?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon. How you doing? Where are we going?
I wanted to follow up with what Maddie was saying about Han. Wanted to shout out my boy Bodhi Rook.
Yeah, absolutely.
Particularly, he's got that line where he's saying something to the effect of, Galen said I could make it right.
Yeah.
And I really love that one because unless there's something in some comic that I missed, he's a truck driver. He's not nothing.
Yep.
Nobody is going to say that any of this nonsense is Bodhi's fault.
Right.
And he's not getting any pressure from some all-seeing force or anything. He's just a dude. And he feels the weight of what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's personal to him, and he does something about it.
Yeah.
And it's so undramatic that I just have beef with main character people. And Bodhi is so much not that.
Yeah.
And he just works it. And so I just wanted to make sure that he got shouted out.
Absolutely. People in chat agreeing with you. Yeah, Bodhi's one of our favorite characters here, and we're blessed with a great performance by Riz Ahmed. It's an ensemble piece. We don't spend as much time as maybe we want with every character, but I was a little not bummed, but I like the fact that Tony Goro was like, yeah, we thought we tried to maybe get to Riz Ahmed as Bodhi, but we couldn't get to it. I was like, oh man, one more episode. Give me a Christmas special. Give me a bonus episode.
Yeah.
He's a really compelling character.
Yeah, and I think all credit to him. He didn't have a lot on the page, and he really filled out that character. Like the essentials that you're talking about were there. Like of who is he? But he really made us feel it as an actor. Is that the power with which he said I could make it right, and we don't know for sure in his mind what is it that he did wrong that he's so desperate to make right, and. I don't know if this is what you're meaning, but I'm kind of thinking of it like, there's that sort of saying of like, you know what you call just normal everyday people who knew what the Nazis were doing, but didn't partake and went along with it? Nazis. And I feel like that way about Bodhi. Like he's just like, well, I got a job for the government and I fly around and now I'm starting to understand what this government is and what the people I'm flying around are doing when I drop them off. And he has like just this great moral clarity of just like a dude to just be like, they made me part of this. I didn't really do anything, but I'm part of the system. And like that makes him even more heroic to me that he didn't personally do anything, that he was just swept up into the system of horror. Yeah,
absolutely. That's why we love what Bodhi represents. And just in every
so much more optional for him.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
Because he could have just been like, not my problem. I just drop them off. I don't go into the lab and make horrible crap. I just drop them off. Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't pulling the triggers. I'm just dropping them all off with their guns.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing. Yeah. But it's also like, and that could, at this point in the Star Wars timeline, like, Bodhi could have been doing this for a while and, it just kind of ramps up on him as he looks around and sees what he's a part of. And just to kind of, it represents truly being, being awake, waking up, and seeing what's going on and acting on it. So great pull ride. Any other options, or do you have nice words to say on Dak?
My Dak just kind of exists. He doesn't. He's not one of the minor characters who I grabbed onto.
You like crush him. I don't care. That addict can crush him. My day goes on.
I can't remember. I can't keep those guys. I can't keep them straight.
I understand.
I feel you.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
The Andor one, I don't think anyone said yet. It would be the Gorman is not yet lost broadcast from Drina. That one gives me the chills.
Yeah.
That one really gives me the chills.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you on that one there. Obviously, so much in that series to pull from, big and small, but that one's, I know that one sticks. That one sticks with you.
Yeah, absolutely. These are great ideas, great thoughts. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it as always, my friend.
All right.
All right.
Have a good afternoon, guys.
You too.
Thank you, Rod.
We're almost out of here today. We got another super chat from Cali Kid. Are you going to screen Dead Media in NorCal? Do you know where you're going? Where are you going?
Yes. Some finals are still getting hammered out, but we've got a screening in Oakland at the new Parkway Theater on July 27th. So you can definitely well, I don't know where you live, but that's our NorCal date. So we would love to see you there.
Yeah, that's it's gonna be a lot of fun. So there you go. I think we're about out of here today. As I said, we have a little bit of a hard out, so we both can get to things. But Joseph needs to, I'm sure also just mentally prepare, but also make sure everything's going well. You got the first test screening there. You know what's going to play well in that theater, right? You did your sound checks.
Yes,
and all
that
that
was
stuff? Okay.
well. The sound check actually happens tomorrow, but the DCP, the digital cinema package, needs to be ingested by the machine, which is fun terminology. It's like the first time somebody said that, like, we need to ingest your film. Like, well, thank you. Yes, spend some time with. Like, no, that's the technical term for putting it in the projector. Like, okay,
put some themes
fine.
there. Yeah. Okay.
So it's been ingested and tested, and I'll do the sound check tomorrow, and all sorts of stuff.
Ingested and tested sounds like a great refreshments album from '97.
I know, right? Been ingested and tested.
That's amazing.
Threat from a wrestler. I'll ingest and test you. So at the beginning of this broadcast, I was going to make a joke about the kinds of rebellion I like, and one of them was going to be like sharing theme statements, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, no, that is Nemec. And I think one of my favorite moments of rebellion is him writing that manifesto. Very thoughtful, very analytical. I think it is powerful that like people's lives are busy and hard, and like Andrew does a good job of showing this. So like, look, the people on Ferrex are just trying to get by, right? They're not writing manifestos and thinking about that. They want to go to work. They want to have a relationship, a family. They want to have buddies to go out to drink with, and then they can't ignore the volume of horror around them. Yeah. And like Nemec piecing it all together, like, you know why you can't enjoy your day-to-day life? You know why everything around you has turned to absolute shit? There are reasons and there are solutions. And he puts it down in a way that can be communicated. And I'm so glad that they came back to it in this, that the grand Dejeric master, Mr. 3D, 4D chess, whatever it is, Partagas, some of his last words are, I wonder who wrote that. It's incredibly powerful to me.
The disease he felt he was trying to stop just couldn't stop it. It was spreading from his point of view. Well, we wouldn't call it a disease, but love that. Absolutely a lot of great moments to choose from and more to discuss. To me, Ewoks joining the fight is just as powerful as anything else. But the moments with Han, the steadfast nature of Leia, there's so many choices to choose from. So we'll cover more when we can. And right now we're getting on out of here. If you're watching on YouTube, maybe leave a comment. If you're watching later, check down below. There are links to See Dead Media. And you could also, what am I trying to say?
You have your links on your website on KenNapzok.com. So you should go to KenNapzok.com to go see Ken's show in San Diego. Yes. Then the other thing I was going to say is we have an Instagram account for Dead Media, which is its main social media home, and it's more followers there would help a ton. So if you are on Instagram, and I understand if you're not, but if you are on Instagram, it's Dead Media Movie, and it'd be great to see some ForceCenter pals there.
There you go. That is it. Don't forget to check out that interview with Maddie Rue. Not only talk about her book and its non-spoiler interview, talk about her writing process, and also some great conversation about lessons to be learned from Leia and Rey about mental health. A lot of stuff in that conversation. Really proud of it. Check it out. But that's it for now. We will see you all next time when it's hopefully a little cooler. That's it for now. We'll see you on ForceCenter.